Hello, beautiful manifestors. It is Olivia Grace, and I'm back with another video. And today we're going to be talking about manifesting money and getting out of survival mode. This video is going to be good for if you need money, like if you need to manifest money for something, like you need a bill to be paid. And also, we're going to talk about exiting that state of consciousness, because you can be in the state of constantly manifesting your needs, constantly being in need and constantly having to manifest your needs. And that is a state within itself. So we're going to talk about getting out of that. Yeah, I, for one, definitely spent majority of my adulthood in survival mode, in hustle, grind from morning to night, and not even, still barely making it. And my life today, like today, I just wake up when I feel like waking up. Today I was watching You Got Served. Like, I just be like chilling, and I realize sometimes in the stillness and the freedom in my life, like I'm gonna go to Florida for a week, hang out with my mom, help her pack up her house. I'm gonna go to Mississippi, go see my godson's first birthday. I missed my other godson's birthday because I had no money to go and, travel. But my life has completely shifted with these things that I'm going to tell you. And from in that struggle consciousness, I just couldn't wait to figure out, like, what is it really that exits you out of this. I also mastered manifesting money within struggle, because I don't think before I really understood these things that there was ever a month that, like, the rent was just in the bank account. Like, it was never like that. It was always like by the hair on my chinny chin chin at the last moment, manifesting it. However, right? Damn, was the lights flickering? However, those of you who have seen previous videos know that I call that my jacket on, jacket off, of Karate Kid, right? Of teaching me how to truly disregard circumstances, right? Truly to stop letting what it is tell you what it's gonna be, okay? And what happens is, this is the gift that struggle is giving you right now. And this is not glorifying struggle. It's just talking to those of you who are there right now, is that it's putting you in a position where you don't have a choice, right? I was in a position where I didn't have a choice. I didn't have a backup plan. I didn't have somebody else to help me. I didn't have anything. I only had me and God. And what I realized and learned in that was that that's all I need. That's all you need. Okay, so I'm setting the intention. This was on my heart. I was directed to talk about this. Usually, my videos come in meditation and I kind of know what exactly to say, but I was just directed to come on here and talk to y'all about this and just let it flow. So that's what I'm going to do. And I want to let those of you who are in a circumstance or in a situation where it's treacherous, that you absolutely can get through it, and you actually already have. And I'm about to tell y'all some shit that's really gonna shift you. Those of you who already know, y'all know. Those of you who don't know, you about to find out. And I'm dead ass serious when I tell you, you can get results today, okay? That your situation is already overcome, okay? So, if you're new here, I am Olivia Grace. This is the Master Manifestors channel. Here I talk about law of assumption, manifestation, all that good stuff, becoming your best self, merging with your God self, not even merging, realizing your God self, identifying with your God self, transcending shit, okay? So if you're into all that type of stuff, then you'd love it here, and I'd love to have you be a part of the community. I do have ways that you can work with me one-on-one. In the description, I have a Patreon where we do daily metaphysical Bible studies. We're actually going to go live after I'm done here at 7 p.m. Eastern and do a live Q&A, share success stories. Just like, it's a great place for community for those of you who are looking for other like-minded people. And like I said, you get your first 7 days free. So you can join that today and join us tonight for the live check-in if you'd like to. So yeah. Hello, everybody in the chat. Hi, Daisha. Hi, Reality. Hi, Zania. Hi, Ty. Hi, Zebras. Hi, Danielle. Hi, Carisha. Hi, Ty. Hi, Tava. Hi, Seth. Hi, Joel. Hi, everybody. Stefan. Key to the city. Period. All right. Okay, so the first thing to understand, hi Chantel. The first thing to understand, you guys, is that when it comes to money, okay? When it comes to money and let's talk about getting what you need first, okay? Whatever it is that you feel like you need or that you feel like you don't have, your idea that you need it and your idea that you don't have it is the only, and I mean the only reason that you don't have it, okay? Now, 3D, your ego, whatever, is very crafty, okay? So it's gonna say, no, you don't have it because there's no way, all right? And I'm like, listen to me. When I tell y'all that I manifested my rent with no way, it wasn't like, oh, I guess I have to dip into my savings. No, niggas, ain't no savings, okay? It was truthfully, I had no way that I could foresee in 3D, okay? So I guess that's number one right now. Stop looking for the way. Stop looking for the way. Stop looking for what in 3D shows me that I can have that, okay? Because this is the thing. It's like, the way I like to explain states is like being in a room, okay? If you are in, let's say, a boys' room, a sports room, you're going to look around and find sports trophies. You're gonna look around and find soccer balls. You're gonna look around and it's gonna be painted some type of, I don't know, blue, whatever. If you're in the boys' sports room and you're spinning around looking for tutus, you're not gonna find tutus in there, okay? And what's more is that you're spinning around and deducting from, damn, look at all this stuff around here. I guess tutus don't exist, right? So because you think tutus don't exist, you just sit down in the room like, well, I guess this is all that there is. But no, that's the room that you're in. That's the state of consciousness that you're in. That's the awareness that you're in, okay? And when I say awareness, that is what you have accepted as true, okay? That is what you have accepted as true. And what you have accepted as true is what is expressing, period. That's it. It's not about anything that you think that it's about in the 3D, and yourself and your stories and your mind and all other people even are going to try to convince you that it's about something else. Well, it's because of, the government, and it's because of this, and it's because of that, and it's impossible. And all of that is bullshit, okay? It's bullshit. And you have to be able to call it out as such if you are to become above it. So number one, stop looking for the way. Because while you're in the consciousness of fear of, oh my God, it's not gonna work out. Holy shit, what am I gonna do at 5:55, right? While you're in the consciousness, there's nothing that can confirm to you something else, okay? So what you're doing when you're looking for the way and the how and you keep coming up empty is you're furthering and deepening yourself in the state of lack. So understand that the circumstance is not what you need to address. It's your state of consciousness that you need to address. Number two, okay? Stop looking for the way. Look within. Look in your state of consciousness, okay? What am I aware of? This is it, y'all. What you're aware of is what reality is showing to you. Out of infinity, okay? Out of infinity, there's infinite realities that you can be in, okay? There's infinite realities that you can be in. But what you are aware of is selecting, lighting up, and making the experience of whatever it is, okay? Yes, I'm going to talk a little bit of shit right now, okay? Because especially when it comes to money, when it comes to our needs being met, when it comes to all of these things, people want to say, but oh my God, but how am I supposed to do that? Because I don't have any money, and because, oh my God, but look at the circumstance and look all around and yada, yada, yada. Dog, let me tell you this right now and open your ears, okay? You don't have time. You don't have time to think about that. You don't have time to continuously contemplate how it's impossible, bruh. You don't. Okay? And this is what I mean. Like when I tell you, for me, you guys, it was either manifest it or be homeless. Manifest it or be on the street. Okay? So best believe I was focused because I had to be, not because it was easy, you guys. I'm sorry, but I get sick of people arguing for their limitations and saying, well, this isn't easy, but that's hard. Oh my God, but I can't do that. Okay, then don't do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm being hard on y'all because I need you to get out of that. Okay? I need you to get out of that. You got to get out of arguing for your limitations. You have to get out of saying it's impossible, because when you say it's impossible, you open the door to where it's impossible. You choose. When you say it's impossible or it's too hard or I can't do it, you're choosing out of the infinity of realities, the one that you can't do it in, the one that it's impossible in, the one where it doesn't happen. You're choosing that, all right? Okay. All right. So next, let's focus on infinite realities. Okay, because this is what always helped me. Yes, it appears that where you are right now, ain't no way. But there are infinite realities. There are realities where you already received what you wanted. Okay? There are realities that you already received what you wanted. Okay? So there's a reality where whatever it is, whatever bill needs to get paid, whatever you need the money for, the money was paid. Okay? The money was paid. It's already done. Somehow you received it and you got it. Okay? That reality is just as real and just as available as the reality where you don't. Okay? Now, I want you guys, for me, this is something, and some of you guys probably are in this too, where you've probably been in a situation like this before, right? You've probably been in a situation like this before where you didn't know where you were going to get what you needed from, but it came, right? For me, that was my situation every single month. Okay? Every month it was the same. But every month I would freak out, right? Until I started to realize, you know what? Regardless of whatever the situation is, and every month is different, right? I still get it. I'm not evicted. I've never been actually kicked out before. Somehow the shit always works out for me. So decide that this is just like that, okay? It can be. It is, all right? A lot of people want to experience miracles. They want to experience instant shifts. I'm sorry, with a limited and lacking and doubtful mind, okay? Open yourself to miracles. The miracles are, right? The miracle is, but are you open to receiving it, okay? Infinite realities. There's a version of you who does get what you need. And that's all you need to be focused on, is that you're them. You're them. I'm getting it. There's a version of me that gets it, so I'm them, okay? That's it. Time, all right? This is the thing, time. We're going to get more into money in a second. But the time, I need it by tomorrow. I need it by 3 days. I need it next week. What do I do about that, okay? This is because you're seeing linear time. You're seeing time as days, right? You're seeing like, oh, I only have this many days to do this, right? But instead, I want you to see it as infinite moments, okay? Because you have actually infinite moments between now and whatever time that you have, even if it's tomorrow, y'all. You have infinite moments where you can receive it, right? And so if you have infinite moments where you can receive it, then it can happen at any time. And this is the thing, this is always the case, you guys. It doesn't matter. Whatever you receive, it's gonna be received in a single moment. That's it. It's gonna be received in a single moment. It doesn't take 24 hours to receive a blessing. It doesn't take an hour to receive a blessing. It's instant, right? When the money hits your account, it's instant. It happens just like that, okay? So instead of thinking of time as days, how many days do I have? You're gonna think about, I have infinite moments, and in each moment, my task is to decide that I'm the version that already exists, okay? This version exists. The version of you that has it, that gets it, exists with, like, it's not about, oh, did I do it right? Or did I create the reality good enough? No, the reality is already created. It's already done. You already paid it. That's the truth. So you're gonna connect with that reality. Last thing I'll say, and then we'll get into like money energetics, is this is my go-to technique, right? With SATs, okay? I would say, even if you're critical, your situation is critical, or if your situation is like stressing you out, then I would combine SATs with robotic affirming, okay? So SATs, when you go to sleep at night, see yourself paying the rent or paying the bill, whatever it is, right? For me, I would see myself filling out the money order and pushing it over to the rent office. I would create the atmosphere of the rent office. I would carry on conversation with the rent lady, right? Feel and see and immerse yourself into that scene of paying it, okay? Paying it. It does not matter that you don't know how, okay? This is why that was number one. It doesn't matter if you don't know how. Your acceptance of the end wills the means, okay? Your acceptance of the end wills the means, which means that you dwelling in and saturating yourself in that experience of having paid the rent is what creates the bridge that's going to lead you to doing it, okay? So you don't need to look for the bridge when you're not at the end, all right? That's what keeps people in the middle and keeps people in doubt, because they're like, well, I don't see how, and I don't see where, what, when, how. And so I guess it's impossible. No, just accept. Don't even worry about possible, y'all. Okay? I mean, yeah, it's good for you to know that all things are possible. Don't worry about possible. Worry about your end. Focus on your end. That's it. What do you have to lose? What do you have to lose? What do you have to lose to dedicate and really abandon yourself to the story of you having what you want? You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Okay? By the way, my shirt says, God is bigger than the highs and lows. God is bigger than the highs and lows. Okay? All right. Do your sat scene. Throughout the day, when you're having those anxious feelings like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Oh my God, it hasn't happened. Oh my God, da, da, da. You're going to be, no, it's already paid. It's paid. It's amazing. It was paid. Wow. I can't believe it was paid. No, it's already paid. For me, it was continuously reminding myself that the version of me, the version of reality where I did pay it has already happened. It already occurred. And the way for me to connect myself with that reality is my consciousness, is my acceptance of that. So it doesn't matter what I'm seeing, because my miracle, my answer can happen in a moment. It has happened in the moment. Okay? So what this really is about is mental discipline. Okay? It's disciplining your mind. It's directing your mind. When it comes to money, money can be a nervous system dysregulator, okay? Or deregulator. Because money is connected to our survival. So it puts our body in the state of fight or flight, in the state of fear, in the state of survival mode, right? Panic. Because it's like, if you don't get this money, if you don't pay this bill, you're going to be homeless. Your car is going to get repossessed. Something terrible is going to happen to you if you don't get this money. And so that belief causes you to automatically think about that. Okay? Because your brain tries to be the problem solver. Okay? Your brain tries to be the problem solver. So it's going to say, let's think about this all day long so we can figure out a way, or we can be, prepared for us getting kicked out. And, whatever. Like, your brain is going to try and anticipate the worst, try and anticipate what's going to happen, because it feels like it's protecting you. It's preparing you. Okay? But what do we know about that? What you give your attention to is what expands, right? What you give energy to is expanding. So if your energy is all on, oh my God, I can't get it. Oh my God, I don't see a way. And oh my God, even when you go, like, you'll see that you actually manifest yourself not being able to pay it, right? Because you think, like, for me, like, I would pay my rent. I would pay my rent like 3 weeks late a lot of times, right? So then you know what that means. The rent is basically due again in the next week. Or even if you're paying it on time and you're still thinking, damn, 3 more weeks. How am I get this up in 3 more weeks? I'm not going to have that in 3 more weeks. You see what I'm saying? You see how you're planning for poverty? You're planning for failure. You don't think you're planning for failure. You think, well, I'm reacting to the situation. I'm responding to the situation. Look at my bank account. Look at what's coming in. I don't see the money. I don't see how it's going to happen, right? But you have to understand that your mind is supreme to the circumstance, okay? Your mind, your consciousness is supreme to all circumstances. It does not matter. I don't care. If you're going to sit there and say, what about this? Yes, that. But the thing is that what you accept as true, right? What you accept and say, well, this is too much. I need it too quick. I can't get it, whatever. Then that becomes true because you said that. Okay? That becomes true because you said that. Not because it's actually true. All right? Your consciousness is deciding. You're deciding at all times. You're deciding I'm going to have it. You're deciding I'm not going to have it. When you see that, you guys, okay? And the decision of I'm not going to have it is automatic because it's practice, because it has momentum, okay? So yes, it is going to take some doing for you to tip the scales to I am going to have it. All right? It's going to take some attention. It's going to take some what's the word? I can't think of the word, but it's going to take some dedication to changing your mind and rearranging what your mind is telling you. You have to stop accepting whatever your mind tells you. You have to stop accepting what reality tells you. And you have to know yourself as supreme to that. And you ask yourself, what is the story that I'm telling the story I want to live? Is me saying that, damn, I only got this many weeks left to pay my rent and I'm not going to have it. Is that what you want? Is that what you want? No. So you need to be telling yourself you have it now. All right. Stop waiting to have something in your reality to claim that you have it now. Claim that you have it now. I don't care what it looks like. Claim that you have it now and keep claiming that you have it now. Keep knowing that it's done. All right. Keep deciding, keep persisting. Okay. Persist until it's done. Don't persist until it gets treacherous, because that's where a lot of people give up. Oh, I'm persisting. Okay, this makes sense. You feel juiced up after the live. You're like, yeah. I get that. Totally. Yeah, that makes sense. But then it's tomorrow. And then you're like, oh, wait, my bank account looks the same. Oh, shit. You know what? Never mind. This can't happen. Okay, who decided that? You decided that. Stick to it. Stick to it. All right? Okay, let's get into money energetics. All right, so this is going to help you with manifesting what you need, and it's going to help you with getting out of survival, okay? Decide that you are a master at manifesting money, okay? I never thought that I won't say never, but it was a far-fetched idea for me to believe that manifesting money was easy. And what I found was it is, right? Manifesting money is actually easy as fuck. And it's the idea that it's hard that keeps you from experiencing that. Okay. So once again, it's not the circumstance. It's not the money. It's not the economy. It's how you relate to money. Okay. You guys got to understand, if it was the circumstance, if it was the economy, if it was something outside of us, then everybody would be broke, and they're not. Okay. If anything, there's more and more millionaires happening every day. There's fucking kids on here, millionaires, rich off social media and TikTok. And I don't know, I love corn. Now you're a fucking viral sensation. Okay. Y'all don't listen to the propaganda. Okay. Don't listen to, oh my God, this is that. And y'all think about it. If everybody is on that, right? If everybody is on, oh my God, look at, did you see the news? Oh, wow. Oh, the tariffs. Oh my God. Wow. This is $1. It used to be 50 cents. I'm so mad. If that's the state that everybody fucking is in, is it not a wonder why everybody is broke? Like, if that's the state that they're in, if that's what they contemplate at, if that's what they mentally feast on, you see what I'm saying? If damn, like, I mean, it's like if somebody gonna eat donuts all day, every fucking day, your ass gonna be fat. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that's a bad thing, you know, but I'm just saying, you can't be looking like, damn, my ass is fat. I can't even pull my jeans up. Inserts another donut. This is what you feast on, right? This is what they feast on. This is what the collective feast on. They feast on victim. They feast on lack. They feast on all that bullshit. And so you have to separate yourself and let them look at you like, oh, crazy, right? Let them look at you like, oh, wow, well, you're too optimistic and you got to be realistic. And then you let them be realistic and be broke. And you be optimistic and focused and be paid, okay? So, but it's truly like, I'm telling you guys, if you could take any fucking thing, anything from this video, it is understanding that you are the direct correlation between money and your experience with money. That's it. That's it. As long as you keep giving it to this and them and who all over the place, it's always going to be somebody else. It's always going to be there. If it's all of that, y'all, if it's everything outside of you, then what can you do about that? You're going to go to the fucking White House and talk to them and have a sit down with damn Trump and tell them, hey, this, all the stuff you're doing is really inconveniencing me. What do you think that's going to do for you? Okay. When you understand and really truly understand and really truly know that I am the cause, I'm the cause of my problem and I'm the cause of my solution. I'm the cause of my lack and I am the cause of my abundance, period. Okay. Period. When you understand that, you'll stop looking for second causes. You'll stop saying, oh, well, once this happens and once that and da 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 da. Oh, I have kids, so, kids are expensive, so I have to be broke. Hell no. Okay? No. You have to decide. Decide that you're a master at manifesting money. What if that were true? All right? Make your affirmation a proclamation. What does that mean? This is how you get results in real time. Okay? Make your affirmation a proclamation. Decide that you're a master at manifesting money. I really want you to feel into that. What if that were true? What if I was a master at manifesting money? What if I was like a wizard when it came to money? What if manifesting money was the easiest thing that I could ever do? What would you be thinking about? What you needed, what you wanted? What would you be thinking about your life? Okay? All right. You would be thinking like, oh, this is easy. It's a done deal. It's fact. I don't need to stress about it. I already said what it's going to be, so that's what it's going to be. Period. Conviction, right? What if that were true? Okay, decide it. Step into it. Okay, I am. Because truthfully, you guys, we were just reading this in the membership. You're not any of these things that you think that you are, okay? You think, oh, I'm so bad at manifesting money. I'm not good at manifesting money. That's not true. That's a story that you somehow told or picked up, but it's not true. You're God, period. Okay? That's actually what's true. You're God expressed. You can't be bad at shit, but you can present an idea to yourself that you're bad at something and then express that. And the same way that you could do that, you could present an idea that you're great at it and express that. So in your moments when you're feeling scared, when you're feeling tense, when you're feeling like whatever, but what if I was a master at manifesting money? What if I was a master at this? How would I really think this was about to go? And I am. Okay? You are. All right? You're a master at manifesting money. Let's get into the energetics, okay? So this is what I feel like I was always searching for. And this is what's going, I want to talk about the money energetics, and I want to talk about moving out of like struggle consciousness into like ease, okay? Really, I'll say that first because I think it's shorter. When it comes to stop having to hustle, right? Stop having to trade your time for money and all of these things. I am going to talk about it from a business standpoint, but if you're a person that's like, I don't want a business, I just want the money to come, like, that's fine too. But I'm going to talk about it for how it worked for me, was I just started expecting different for myself. I had a different standard of life for myself, okay? I started having a different standard of life for myself. I didn't want to work from freaking dawn to dusk every single day and still not have what I needed, okay? And it didn't make sense, right? Because it really, like, I was like, if working hard, if working is what's going to get me the money that I need, I should have buku money, because all I do is work. Like, I would literally work. I would barely take days off. If I took a day off, it was because I was so mentally burnt out and tired and exhausted that I had to stay home that day. There were times where my sister would pay me money to take a day off. She would give me like $100, a couple $100 to just like chill and relax, okay? So deciding that you are beyond trading your time for money. It's kind of like trading your time for money and being like enslaved to these jobs is an illusion in itself, because majority of the time they're not paying you shit anyway, okay? Some of y'all might have good jobs, and I pray that you do, but most of the time they're not even paying you shit. So it's like you're holding on for dear life for breadcrumbs. You see what I'm saying? And that's evident of how you feel about yourself, okay? That's evidence of what you feel like you deserve. You have to decide, I deserve more. I'm a goddess. I'm a god. Why should I have to come and clock in and trade my time for this shit? And decide that that's not your experience anymore. Decide that it's not your experience anymore before it's not your experience anymore. This was where I was, right? Because I kept waiting on the day, oh yeah, one day I'll be walking down the street, the clouds are gonna open up, and money's gonna fall on my head. And then I can go and do my business and be full time. And I'm gonna speak to y'all specifically who have businesses, okay? All right, or want a business, all right? Is start being that person. Start being the person that is a business owner instead of the person that is a worker, okay? I started, like, some things that helped me was like going on a 30-day video challenge, because it was very hard for me to show up consistently online because I was working myself to death. And so I had to, but this is the thing. If you're in that mode of I'm working so much, I don't have time for my passion, you have to make time. I'm sorry. You have to make time. You have to dedicate yourself to it. Because the thing is that you're dedicated to them people that you keep clocking in for, that's not paying you shit, that will replace you with not a batting of an eyelash. You're not dedicated to your own shit. Okay? If you put half the dedication, you get up early, you got to make sure your shirt is pressed, you got to make sure you get your numbers right, you got to make sure that everything is perfect, that this is on his desk at fucking 2 p.m. For fucking $15 an hour? Hell nah. Be dead ass for real, y'all. But for yourself, you're like, nah, that's too much. I'm too tired, right? Okay, you got to build your dreams, or you going to help somebody build theirs. Which one? And if you're here, you're meant to build your own dreams, okay? You're meant to build your own dreams. You have to start showing up as that version. When you start showing up and deciding, I am a successful business owner, my business is doing numbers, okay? When you start deciding that, when you start entering that state, you're gonna have ideas that you did not have, okay? You're gonna have ideas that you did not have. So many things for me were ideas that I did not have, or ideas that I had that I could not take action on, right? I won't say could not, would not take action on, okay? You don't take action on it because you don't believe that's really who you are. You still see it as something that's over there. And this is the thing, you guys, when it comes to your business, when it comes to everything, you keep waiting on the thing that's over there to come to you. You need to go to it. You need to be it, okay? You be it first. So yes, for me, that meant driving Uber Eats. I used to come on live. Some of y'all probably don't even know this, but I would come on live at 11 every single day. Because by 12, I was on the road. And so that was what I had to do. I had to get up and make sure I had time and all of that to be on live at 11 so that I could be on the road by 12 until I didn't have to do that anymore. Okay? All right. So embody, decide that you are a successful business owner, and embody and take on that state every single day. Watch things from other business people. There's someone named Kathleen Cameron. She's a manifestation coach. She's so amazing, okay? The way that she speaks about manifestation, the way she speaks about money, she's very, very, very rich and successful. I love her. She's somebody to tune in with, okay? Kathleen Cameron, anybody, it doesn't matter. Just search business, law of assumption, business manifestation, or just business anything. Start dwelling in that state of being a business owner, being somebody who, somebody who runs their own shit. Somebody who's their own CEO. Start thinking about your days. What would you do if you didn't have to jump up and go do something? You know what I'm saying? This is another way to tap into that state. What would you be doing, right? What would you be doing? Would you be traveling? See yourself traveling, right? Would you be, I don't know, just sleeping in? See yourself waking up at fucking 11 o'clock. You know what I mean? Would you be hanging out, going to lunch? Like, what would you be doing? See yourself living that life, okay? All right, let's get into money energetics and then I'm gonna go, okay? I would like to answer some of your questions, but I don't wanna make this stupid long, and I have the other live in a sec. So quickly, ease, gratitude, and expectation, okay? Ease, gratitude, and expectation. This is my money formula, okay? Ease. When I said that, I never thought that manifesting money could be easy, and that was why I never manifested money. Because manifesting money is ease, okay? It is ease. It is ease in your body, okay? It is ease in your body. One of the lies that we're fed is that the well-paid people work the most or work the hardest, okay? That's not true. Who do you think is working harder? The CEO of McDonald's or the person right now that's flipping burgers? Who do you think is working harder, okay? No. Like, having an abundance of money, and even those, because there are a lot of people who do work very hard and are very rich from that, but still their life is more reflective of ease, okay? It's more reflective of ease. What do I mean by that? When you have money, everything is easier, okay? Everything is easier. It's easier for you, like if you, I don't know, you've been working, you're tired, you don't want to go get some food, you get to order food, right? You can order food to your door, or maybe you have a chef in your house that cooks food for you, right? If you have a big house and you don't want to clean it, you can hire a maid to come and clean your house, right? When it comes to getting your car done, you're not going to the damn car wash and vacuum out yourself. You're going to get it detailed. There's a certain amount of ease that comes with the vibration of money, okay, of having, all right? Even when it comes to exiting survival mode, right? When you are in survival, when you're in a money problem, right? You're tense. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is how you're feeling inside, right? When you're creating money, it's ease. You feel like all your body just freaking relax, right? Every time I ask, well, what if you receive what you wanted right now? What if you receive what you wanted and then some right now? What would you feel? Relief, ease. Oh, I can take a breath, okay? Get into that state. You can do that with meditation, but I suggest you guys doing EFT, okay? EFT is a great way to help you process, to help you regulate your emotions and all that kind of stuff, or regulate your nervous system, so that it's easier for you to focus. Because when your body is like this, it's hard for you to focus on, yeah, it's gonna work out for me. When your body is like, girl, you're like an inch from death right now, okay? Because that's how the ego is very dramatic, all right? Okay. Ease, gratitude, okay? Especially if you're in a struggling place right now, you guys, start with gratitude. And I know. Grateful? Why should I be grateful? I don't have what I need. Oh, my life sucks. I don't have anything to be grateful for. Think about that state. Think about everything that you just said as a state. I don't have anything to be grateful for. Okay, and that's exactly why you don't. Because that's the mentality that you're in. Okay? Everything's wrong. Everything's going wrong. Stop making your present wrong, y'all. Ooh. Stop making your present wrong. Your present moment wrong. Again, the mind does this because it believes that if it makes your present moment wrong enough, you will do something about it. But all it's doing is keeping you in that state. It's keeping you in that state. It's keeping you in that reality of, I don't have anything to be grateful for. Okay? Yes, you do. If you're watching this video right now, you have a device that allows you to search and seek. You have an abundance of information available to you. You have something to be grateful for. If you've eaten in the past couple days, you have something to be grateful for. If you have a fucking car in your driveway or a roof over your head, you have something to be grateful for. If you can go turn on your faucet and get hot water coming out of there, or water at all, you have something to be grateful for. Okay? And a lot of times manifestation can actually make you a very ungrateful person, to be honest, especially in the law of assumption. Law of attraction prioritizes gratitude. Gratitude is like hand in hand with law of attraction. Law of assumption is like, fuck all that. Until I get everything I want, I'm not grateful, I'm not happy, I'm, whatever. And then you just live as a miserable person, okay? You can't wait to receive, to be grateful. You just look around what you have to be grateful. This was when I was rock bottom, y'all. When I was looking like, yo, what am I doing wrong? Because I'm doing something wrong. For life to be unfolding the way that it's unfolding, I'm missing the mark somewhere. And I realized that was the state I was in. This is wrong. In every moment, because this is the illusion, you guys. I can keep calling this present moment wrong, and eventually it's gonna turn right, right? I'll keep staying in the state of everything's fucking terrible, and eventually, somebody's gonna have pity on me and fix everything. No, actually, if you keep staying in the state of everything's wrong and what's missing, you just create more of that, okay? So from that state of what's wrong and what's missing, you have to come into the state of what's right and what's here and what do I have, okay? Even if it's just your health, you guys. Like even something as small as your nose being stuffed up. When you can't breathe, you know what I'm saying? Like when you get a cold and you can't breathe through your nose and you're like, dude, I would do anything. I would do anything just to breathe again. That's small. That's a little cold. That's a little NyQuil. You can fix that. let alone if you've actually been hurt in your body or uncomfortable in your body or sick in your body. You know how actually it's really nice to be healthy in your body, to be vibrant in your body, to be vital in your body. But that's something we don't care. We don't care about things until we lose them. We don't care about things until they go wrong. Now we're like, oh, I'd do anything for that. Let your fridge go out and all your food in there spoils. Who is ever thinking about, I'm grateful for my refrigerator? Nope, we don't care, right? Until you don't have it. And now, oh shit, what am I gonna do, right? Be grateful for everything. You can be grateful for every single thing around you right now, okay? Gratitude puts you in the state of receiving. Gratitude, just like I said, is a state of look what I have. Look what I have. Things do work out for me. Even if it's not everything is exactly the way I want. You know what? Sometimes things are working out for me on some level. If I have food and shelter and a healthy body, I have more than the majority of people in the world right now. If you're not in a fucking war-torn country that you don't have to go fucking hide in a damn bunker because there's bombs outside your house, you have something to be grateful for. Okay? You have something to be grateful for. When you're grateful, you're in the state of, I have, look what I have. That automatically just calms, it puts you in a completely different state of mind, okay? And it takes you out, because when you're manifesting money, when you need it, and even when you're just trying to like quit your job or, manifest more money or whatever, you're constantly in a state of lack. You're constantly waking up and looking at your phone like, oh, same number as yesterday or less, right? Or, oh, see, this isn't happening. Oh my God. Yeah, I paid my rent. Who cares? But now I'm broke. Be grateful that you paid your rent. Okay? All right. Gratitude, ease, gratitude, expectation. Okay? Expectation. Y'all, listen. This is what will help you with instant manifestation, but this is what will help you with money. Okay? We kind of touched on this earlier where we said that you are expecting lack. Okay? You're expecting not to have what you need. Even though, like, let's say you pay rent on the 1st, automatically you're thinking, how am I gonna pay it on December 1st though? You're automatically thinking, you're automatically expecting, right? Expectation is thinking from, okay? Thinking from. You're automatically thinking from not having it. You're automatically thinking from lack, okay? So now what if you expected to have what you wanted? What if you expected to have not only what you needed, but what you wanted and more? What if you expected money to hit your account every single day? Okay? Every single day. If you're a business person, what if you expected to make sales every day? Instead of like, oh my God, I made a sale. That happens once in every blue moon. What if you expected that to be consistent? Okay? What if you expected it and move into that feeling? What if I did? What if I expected this to work out for me? What if I expected money to be abundant in my experience? What if I expected that every single thing that I spend returns back to me multiplied? What if that wasn't an affirmation, but a proclamation? What if it wasn't something I'm just going to say, knowing that it's not actually doing that, but instead I'm going to step into the state, ooh, everything I spend comes back to me multiplied. So since I just paid my rent, then that's coming back to me multiplied. I can expect some nice money coming to me. What if you accepted it as true? Right? Which is an assumption, which is an expectation. Okay? So start expecting beyond what you're experiencing. Start expecting money beyond what you're experiencing. Okay? Start expecting beyond lack. Start expecting beyond your current situation. Okay? Start expecting things to change for you. Because this actually, you guys, could be a block for you. You might be doing all the things, but you're still expecting the same old outcome. You're still expecting the same reality. You're still expecting that, yeah, tomorrow or next year, I'm probably still going to be here in this place that I hate. And I'm probably still going to be struggling. And, although I'd like to move out from here, I can't even pay the rent here. So I'm expecting I'm going to have to renew my lease and stay here. You're expecting to stay in the same circumstance, okay? Expect yourself beyond the circumstance. Expect a miracle. Expect to shock yourself. Expect magic, okay? Expect abundance. Expect money coming to you, from sources known and unknown. It doesn't matter. This is what I'll say too about money. And then I guess I'll read some comments. We already have 45 minutes. But damn, it just left my head. It's about to come back. Shit. It'll come back. Don't worry, you guys. But was it something about expectation? No. I don't know. It'll come back. Okay. Let me see. My main problem is trying to focus on which method to use instead of being consistent with one method. I feel that. And this is the thing with that, Nakia. Really, you can just switch methods. Like, you can just do whatever method you feel like doing in the moment. It's not that you necessarily have to stick to a method, but I would say if you have a favorite, if you have one that you like to do and that's easy for you to do, then do that. You know, like it doesn't, because the method doesn't matter. The method doesn't manifest. You manifest. Whatever method the method could be, I'm deciding it's mine now. The method could be, I'm deciding I'm a master at manifesting money, and so this isn't really my problem, right? Stop believing lack, you guys. This is what I said in this in a short for you guys. Stop believing lack. Stop believing that that's possible. Okay? Just the same way that if somebody was to say to you, "Oh my God, I'm going to send you $10,000 right now," you would be like, "I don't know about that." Like, you might be like, "That would be great, but I don't really believe that. I'll believe it when I see it. I don't really believe that." Right? Be that way with lack. When you see the bank account looking how it's looking, you're like, "That can't be true." Money is abundantly available to me. Money is abundantly available to me in my experience. Stop letting the experience drive your attention, okay? Stop letting the experience drive your attention. You direct your attention, okay? I literally called out today because yesterday niggas tried to expand my job with no talk of extra pay. Yeah, hold that thought. Yeah, hold it. They're going to keep holding it because they got you fucked up. Oh my gosh. It's crazy because every time I send money, I said I get it back, and I literally just manifest the exact amount back immediately. So now I have to switch to double. Yes, girl. Yes, Ty. That same thing happened to me. I was doing double. I would say everything I spend comes back to me double, and it kept happening literally like double. And I was like, damn, I need to up what I'm saying. Oh gosh. Oh, that's so sweet. S, if you're still here, thank you, beautiful. I have 3 interviews for my business tomorrow. We can have literally anything. That's amazing. Heaven, congratulations, beautiful. It's crazy to think where I was this time last year. I was homeless, now making 6 figures, running multiple successful businesses and looking at penthouses. This is Ty, okay? And I remember this time with Ty because I yelled at Ty one day. And Ty was like, damn. But after that, Ty has been manifesting the fuck out of some money. Okay? Like, yeah, the other story where I was just saying the one where I was reading where it's like everything I spend comes back double, that's Ty. Okay? Ty is the one always coming in the comments like, I manifested $10,000. I manifested this. I manifested that. Doing it all because when you become aware of the story, y'all, this is the thing. The power does not leave you, okay? When it comes to money, we be thinking, oh, I guess the power just isn't here. Oh, I guess no, you're directing it incorrectly, okay? You're directing it in a way that is not serving you. And that's not to talk shit. That's for you to get it together. You the only one that can get it together, bruh, okay? Okay. If I freak out, but still try my best to stay focused aside from what my brain says, would it still possibly work? In fact, it already worked, Kelly. It already worked. Because this is the thing, y'all. When I was manifesting my rent, doing all that stuff, I was not calm. I was not calm. I wasn't in the state of consciousness that I'm in right now. Okay? So for me, I was still very much in like struggle, lack mentality, struggle, all of that. I was separation. I truly believe that I couldn't manifest money. Like I was struggling. It didn't matter. But what I did in the midst of all of that, was continue to decide. It's done though. There is a reality, okay, Kelly? There's a reality, everybody. There's a reality where it's done. No matter how you freak out, no matter what happens, no matter anything, there's a reality where it works out for you, okay? There is a reality. So choose that one and keep choosing it with the conviction of knowing that you are the chooser, that what you choose is, okay? Can I take you out to an Indian dish? That sounds good. Okay. Manifested 2 years of rent without knowing how. It really is just staying focused and choosing it will work. Another master manifester here. Anais, always getting everything she fucking wants. Nah, I love when she gets the belt out. Oh, okay, I see what type y'all are. Y'all are hilarious. Okay, I see questions down here. How to expect tangible steps. Don't. That's what's fucking you up. Stop expecting tangible steps because you don't know. This is the thing, y'all. You don't know the way. You don't know the way. So the more that you sit in doubt and try and figure out the way, the more that you're just reinforcing your doubt. Go to your end. Don't worry about steps. Fuck the steps. If you trying to get to damn, I don't know, Aruba, doesn't matter if you fly United, doesn't matter if you fly Delta, doesn't matter if you fly fucking Southwest. No, it doesn't. All that matters is that you get there, okay? Focus on your end. Step out the middle, okay? I was saying to stop doing something. Shit. No say, no say. Oh, you love my TikTok reviewing the Crumbl cookies? Y'all, oh my God. That chocolate was not good. Now, I will say, I've had like their chocolate brownie cookie. That shit was good as fuck. But all that other shit, they brownies, oh, no. Terrible. I switched from saying it so I can see it in 3D to saying it's so I believe it and I already feel a difference. Yes, Danielle. Yes, boo. That is a shifting thing. I'm gonna explain what she's talking about, okay? This is, why am I persisting, right? The problem is a lot of y'all are persisting because you're like, well, I'm persisting to get something in 3D. And so as the time passes and I don't see what I see in 3D, then what am I persisting for? I'm gonna just go back to my old story. No, you're persisting for a shift in yourself. You're persisting for a shift in identity, for a shift in state. You're persisting for a shift in your consciousness that is inevitably going to lead to a shift in your reality. And so when you're persisting in a shift in your consciousness, you stop doing the damn hokey pokey with reality of, oh, reality, are you listening? 3D, did you get it? Oh, you didn't? Okay, well, I don't want to persist. Oh, wow, this sucks. It doesn't work for me. And I'm going to go on somebody's live and tell them how this doesn't work for me and da-da-da-da-da. And then 3 weeks pass and you're like, damn, I probably should have just persisted. And then you go back and do it again and you're persisting, but you're still persisting based off of 3D. So you go and repeat the whole thing rather than I'm persisting for a shift in my consciousness. Now there's nowhere for you to really check. You just keep persisting until it's done. Okay. How would you go about manifesting a big amount of money while working an ordinary surface job? Okay. Think about what you would do with that money. That's what I was going to say. Yay. Okay. Work on your beliefs about where money can come from. Okay. Work on the belief that money can come from anywhere because we have been very programmed that money only comes from our job. And so when we get into manifestation and you're trying to manifest money from some unseen source, but you don't have the belief that money can come from an unseen source. So you keep looking at your job like, are they gonna, man, I mean, they'd have to raise my pay by like $50 an hour for me to get this, you know, what I want. You need to stop looking at logical things, okay? Like for real, y'all, I'm telling you, manifestation will be much easier for you when you're less logical. I know some of you guys are logical lilies and that's okay, but I'm just letting you know, let go of the logic, okay? And just know that it's done. So start focusing on money being able to come from anywhere. Do some EFT on that. Okay, do some meditations on that. Do some affirmations on that. I know High Frequency Guru has plenty of subliminals, rampages of money coming out of thin air, money coming from, you know, whatever. All of these things. You need to break the connection that money comes from my action. Okay, that's how you receive money out of beyond your action. You have to stop correlating the two. Money can come from anywhere, okay? And it does, and it has, all right? Now, manifesting a big amount of money when working an ordinary job, or even manifesting money while you're working, or manifesting your business while you're working. This is the thing, you guys, it doesn't matter, okay? It doesn't matter what you're doing. It matters what you're thinking. It matters what you're doing up here, okay? It doesn't matter what you're doing physically. It matters what you're doing up here. So what I would do when I was working jobs, I was focusing, I was thinking, I was focusing and drenching my mind in what I wanted. Even when I was serving tables, I'm writing affirmations on my little scratch pad, right? I'm like, when I was driving Uber Eats, I was drenching myself in this material and all of this stuff, okay? Now, when it comes to this, a good thing for you to do, Zebras, is to see what you want to do with the money. This is actually what makes that real for you, because a lot of times, especially when it's a big amount, you're disconnected from that amount. So there's a part of you that says, this is so big, it's not even going to happen anyway. So you don't even know what you would do. You don't even know what you would do or what your plan is. You just have it like, oh yeah, I want all this money and I'm just going to look at it and like, oh, drool over it. Like, no, you want to do stuff with the money. What do you want to do with the money? Right? If you're manifesting a big amount, maybe you could manifest quitting your job. Right? You can manifest being on a wonderful vacation. You can manifest being in a bigger place, a nicer place. You can manifest having a nice car, right? You can manifest getting a new wardrobe. You can manifest going out somewhere nice. Like whatever it is, start focusing on what's that money going to give you? What's the lifestyle that money is going to give you? And start imagining. And this is the thing about that, you guys, is that is so much more fulfilling than it is to imagine money. Because when you're imagining money, you're thinking, you know, oh my God, but I don't have it though. And look, and when you think about yourself fucking relaxing and fucking Turks and Caicos, ain't no stress about that. Okay? Ain't no stress. Oh, thank you, Marie. You're so sweet. I can manifest money thanks to your teachings, but so far I'm noticing it's small, but steady amounts because that's my comfort zone. So that is what they call your wealth container, or how much your nervous system feels safe with. And that's okay, because just like you went from not being able to manifesting money to being able to manifest money, you can go from manifesting small amounts to manifesting big amounts. Take the money off the pedestal. Take the amount off the pedestal. I remember I had $10,000 a month on a pedestal for so long. I just thought that was so much money. That was going to change my life. 10K is like, wow, it's not shit. Okay? 10K a month is not shit. And if you want to make 10K a month, you should be seeing it like that. Not in an ungrateful way, but this is easy to achieve. It's not that much money. $10,000 a month, you guys, is only $333 a day. You can make that serving tables. You can make that driving Uber. It's not that much money. Okay? Take it off the pedestal. Oh my gosh, love life. I am so sorry to hear that. That is terrible. I would say to definitely revise that. Revise that and call the cops, honestly. Because that's crazy. That's insane. That's not even let 3D get to you. Yeah, no. Revise it, but call the cops, because the other children are at risk too, including your son. If I manifested something and I got a pre-approval for it, I choose to see it as do I choose to see it as a full approval? Yeah, I mean, whatever you got approved for, just see yourself having it. Not am I late for some spanking, Eva? A little bit. I can't, Ty. You said exactly what I was thinking, because I was like, now if you say fly spirit, then it does matter. Oh my God. I saw someone say don't do to get, and that you can't fool consciousness, but wouldn't anything we do is to get something? Also saying how things we want them to be trying to fool consciousness. Okay, so when they say don't do to get, and when they say don't do to get, right? Okay, so this is as if let's say I wanted money. And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to go and get a job. I'm going to get a second job. I'm going to get a third job. I'm going to go and fucking, I don't know, what do you call that? What do you call the beggar's panhandle? I'm gonna go down my messenger list and tell everybody, hey, you know, I know I haven't spoken to you in like 20 years, but do you have $5 I could spare? I'm just collecting, you know, anything help. I'm gonna go do that. I'm doing from the state of lack. And then that person's gonna say, nobody gave me any money. Everybody's so mean and selfish. Oh my God. No, they didn't give you any money because you're not in the consciousness to receive money. You see what I'm saying? So what you're doing can't outdo what you're being, right? This is what they're saying. Wouldn't anything we do is to get something? Yes, you're doing to get something, but really that person is speaking from a higher state of consciousness of knowing that you are and have everything, okay? So you're not really getting anything. You're revealing something to yourself, okay? So when we say trying to fool consciousness, right? That's you thinking that my action is going to get me something from a state of consciousness that I'm not in. Okay. Working on stopping beliefs that lots of money has to come with upheaval or some sort of negativity. Yes, tap on that, girl. EFT. What's TNC? Okay. We're at the end. So this person says you have to give up something to get something. I was gonna say no, but actually, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Reality got affected. You gotta give up the old story. You gotta give up the old identity, okay? How do I get in the consciousness of receiving money? That's a really good question. Decide, number one, like I said, you're a master at manifesting money. You're always receiving money. Practice that state in your being. I have a meditation that's good at putting you in the consciousness of receiving, and focus on that, you guys. Like, focus on that. Realize, like, remove the idea that you have to go get it, right? This is another TikTok or short that I did where it's like, we have this idea that lack is what's fundamentally true and abundance is what's like, oh wow, this illusion that's over there that we have to go get. Flip that. Abundance is natural to you, okay? Abundance is natural to you. Abundance is more real for you. If you're God, look at what God does. Look at the earth, look at the universe. It's infinite, right? Abundance is actually what you are. So instead of feeling like I'm moving from lack into abundance, realize that I'm removing the things that are in between me and abundance, that's in between me and the truth, and stop seeing lack as true. See only abundance as true. You're always receiving. Ease, gratitude, expectation, Carisha, okay? All right. All right, you guys, I'm intending this prospers you immensely, and I'm absolutely sure that it has. I'm sending you all infinite love. If you guys would like to go ahead and hop over to the Patreon, we're gonna do a live Q&A and, you know, success stories and just, you know, stir up some good vibes, you know? So that's gonna be in the Patreon. You do get your first 7 days free. Today is always the perfect day to join because we're doing the check-in today and it's bi-weekly, okay? So I love you guys so much. I'm intending it prospers you. I know that it has, and I will see you guys in a video soon.